Selected chronology of Hawaiian history, 500 to 750 AD. The first people to arrive in Hawaii were the Polynesians, possibly from the Marquesas. In search of Hawaii, the ancestral home in the sun, the Polynesians navigated across the Pacific by the stars and sun and were guided by their observations of nature. 1000. The first Tahitians arrived in Hawaii by outrigger canoe and probably conquered the Marquesans. 1300. Pao, a Tahitian high priest, arrived on the Big Island of Hawaii. He is named in the ancient chants as founder of the Kahuna Nui, a high priest line. A ruling king for each of the islands is established. Pao brought with him Pili from Tahiti, sire of the royal line leading to Kamehameha the Great. 1753 to 1758. Kamehameha the Great is born in Kohala district, northern part of the Big Island. 1778. British explorer Captain James Cook lands his ships Resolution and Discovery at Waimea, Kauai, and becomes the first known European to make a recorded landing in Hawaii. Cook is welcomed by the Hawaiians as Lano, a god prophesied to return on a floating island. On a return trip a year later, Cook is killed in a skirmish with the Hawaiians on the Big Island at Kealakekua Bay. For a time, the Hawaiian Islands were known as the Sandwich Islands, the name given them by Cook in honor of the Earl of Sandwich. 1782. Kamehameha the Great begins his campaign to unify the Hawaiian Islands. 1795. Kamehameha the Great unites all the main Hawaiian Islands under one rule except for Kauai, which was not ceded to Kamehameha until 1810. It is said of him that he was as gentle in victory as he was ferocious in war. In many ways Kamehameha's rule was the golden age of Hawaii. 1796 to 1797. Kamehameha puts down a rebellion on the Big Island led by Namakea, the brother of Keana, a chief of Kauai. The final battle occurs near Hilo, in which Namakea is captured and sacrificed. 1819. Kamehameha the Great dies at Kailua, Hawaii, and his son Liholiho is proclaimed Kamehameha II. Kamehameha II abolishes the traditional pagan system of religion. Whaling ships arrive in the islands for the first time. A whale is caught at Kealakekua Bay on the Big Island that yields 110 barrels of oil. The whaling industry in Hawaii begins and flourishes for several decades. 1820. The first company of American missionaries arrives off the Big Island to spread Christianity. A puritanical influence is brought to the Hawaiian paradise with prohibitions on dancing, visits to ships by Hawaiian women, and the banishment of hula. The missionaries, however, also did much good in Hawaii. A 12-letter alphabet is devised to write the Hawaiian language, schools are established, and interracial marriage is condoned. 1838. Future Queen Lydia Liliuokalani is born. 1840. Kamehameha III promulgates Hawaii's first constitution. 1842. The United States recognizes the Kingdom of Hawaii. 1848. The Great Mahala, or Division of Lands, is proclaimed by Kamehameha III. The Mahala provided a basis for changing the old feudal tenures to modern land titles in the islands. Few Hawaiian commoners, however, understood the concept of private ownership. Sustained by a tradition of sharing and common use where everyone had rights of access and use of resources, by the end of the 19th century the Great Mahala had become a great dispossession for native Hawaiians, leaving foreigners with 90% control of the land. 1850. Honolulu is officially declared a city. The legislature authorizes the hiring of foreign laborers to work in island fields. Over the next half-century workers from China, Japan, Portugal and other countries immigrate to Hawaii. The first Mormon missionaries arrive from California, 1852. Chinese contract laborers arrive in Hawaii, 1853. The first general census of Hawaii shows a population of 73,138 people with a steadily diminishing native Hawaiian component. This is a trend that will continue for generations to come. 1866. First monthly steamer service from California, 1868. Violent eruption of Mauna Loa with accompanying earthquakes, 1875. A reciprocity treaty is signed with the United States, 1878. Portuguese laborers arrive. First telephone lines in Hawaii, 1881. King David Kalakaua becomes the first monarch to circle the globe. Known as the Merry Monarch, Kalakaua attempted to restore Hawaiian traditions, among which he revives the hula. 1883. King Kalakaua and Queen Kapiolani mark the 9th year of their reign by holding a coronation ceremony in front of Iolani Palace. The statue of Kamehameha the Great is unveiled in front of Iolani HAL, 1884. First Japanese immigrants arrive, 1887. Kalakaua is forced to sign the Bayonet Constitution limiting the monarch's power, 1891. Kalakaua dies and is succeeded by his sister Lydia Liliuokalani, 1893. After attempting to restore power to the throne and empower native Hawaiians, Queen Liliuokalani is deposed. The Kingdom of Hawaii is overthrown by American annexation interests aided by United States Marines from the USS Boston anchored in Honolulu Harbor. The revolution is bloodless and a provisional government is set up under Sanford B. Dole until annexation to the United States can be arranged. President Grover Cleveland would later call these actions not merely wrong but a disgrace, 1894. Sanford B. Dole becomes President of the Republic of Hawaii, 1898. Hawaii is annexed to the United States, 1900. The territory of Hawaii is inaugurated with Sanford B. Dole as its first governor, 1908. The city and county of Honolulu are formed. The United States Congress authorizes construction of Naval Station, Honolulu, at Pearl Harbor, 1917. Former Queen Liliuokalani dies, 1920. The entire island of Lanai is purchased by the Hawaiian Pineapple Company to supply fruit to its Honolulu cannery. The Hawaiian Homes Commission Act is enacted by Congress to provide homesteading to people of Hawaiian ancestry, 1926. Death of Sanford B. Dole. 1927. Two pilots of the United States Army make the first successful non-stop flight from mainland United States to Hawaii in a Fokker C-23. Royal Hawaiian Hotel, the Pink Palace of the Pacific, opens in Waikiki, 1935. Mauna Loa erupts, producing a spectacular lava flow. Pan American Airways China Clipper makes the first trans-Pacific airmail flight from San Francisco to Honolulu. 1941. Attack on Pearl Harbor and other military installations in the islands by Japanese planes. Martial law is declared in Hawaii. 1944. Martial law is terminated in Hawaii by presidential order. 1959. Hawaii becomes the 50th state of the United States. Commercial jet aircraft service is introduced to Hawaii. Pan American opens international travel to the islands with Boeing 707 aircraft. 1967. The first year during which 1 million tourists visit the Hawaiian Islands. Tourism begins to overtake the military as Hawaii's largest industry. 1968. Frank F. Facey becomes mayor of the city and county of Honolulu. The legislature meets for the first time in the new Capitol building. 1978. Hawaii celebrates the bicentennial of the arrival of Captain James Cook to the islands. 1980s. The islands see a boom in development with the construction of new tourist resorts and a general expansion of business. 1993. Thousands in the islands observe the centennial of the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy. President Clinton signs Public Law 103-150. An apology resolution from Congress to Native Hawaiians on behalf of the people of the United States, apologizing for the overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii.